Coming up on Fulton Today, the final report is out on the status of seniors in the county. We'll have details on the services and support they say they need, and an update from the health department on what you need to know to protect your family from West Nile infected mosquitoes. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Over 2,200 seniors respond to the first ever State of Seniors survey in Fulton County. There are more than 150,000 adults over the age of 55 in Fulton, and that number is expected to increase 30% over the next 20 years. So what are the challenges that this group is going through currently, and what do they need to age successfully? Joining us now to give us results of this survey is Sarah Hilton. She is with the Office of Aging. Sarah, welcome to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
So your office recently released the results of this survey. Tell everybody about the report.
We surveyed individuals 55 and older. We also surveyed individuals 54 and under, and we surveyed service providers, and that was our three target populations in order to gain responses on both the status and the needs of seniors living within Fulton County.
And Sarah, talk to us now about some of the highlights.
The highlights include food security being an issue with seniors. What we found is that between 8 to 14% of seniors are skipping meals because they don't have enough financial resources. We also found that seniors are reducing their portions in order for food to last longer and share with other family members. So food security is a major issue that came out of this report. As well, combined with that is the food deserts that are in the Metro Atlanta area, which means that individuals do not have access to grocery stores within their neighborhoods. Another issue that came out of the final report was senior housing, and what we're finding is that there is a lack of affordable and subsidized housing available for seniors. So moving forward, this will definitely be an initiative that we want to look at to support seniors as they age in place.
And what were some of the top needs that the seniors expressed?
The top concerns expressed by seniors include access to medical care and health-related services, as well as access to nutritious food, transportation. Home repair was another major concern for individuals. What we're finding is that as people age in place, their homes do require repair, and sometimes that seniors are not able to do it, the home repair themselves, or don't have the financial resources to complete safety repairs that will help them age in place. So housing is definitely a top priority for us, as well as transportation to seniors within the community. Caregiving is an emerging need, and we need to look at continuing to provide support services for caregivers so they can continue to provide care for individuals in the community and prevent premature use of personal care homes.
And finally, what are some of the programs or the recommendations to address some of these needs?
We will need to look at developing more partnerships with the community, as well as engaging older adults and caregivers as we respond to these emerging issues. Fulton County currently provides transportation, home-delivered meals, neighborhood senior center programming. We also provide activities in the community in terms of health clinics, as well as in-home support services to help individuals maintain a safe and clean environment. So Fulton County does have a variety of services to support seniors to age in place with the supports that they need.
All right, Sarah Hilton with the Office of Aging, great information. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the county operates 4 senior multipurpose facilities and more than a dozen neighborhood senior centers with programs and services year-round. Call the Office of Aging's STARline for a list of activities at a center near you. If you are looking to find a job or change careers, here is some information that might help you get started. The Office of Workforce Development's one-stop service center in North Fulton held an orientation session for people looking for work. They were given an overview of available services such as job readiness, resume writing, and GED prep. With the support of the Georgia Department of Labor and other partners, Workforce Development operates 3 one-stop career centers, including one for youth. The office was created as a part of the Workforce Investment Act, designed to consolidate employment and training services all at one location.
It's workforce development coupled with economic development in the labor exchange system. And so we all work together to ensure that they have the education and the training that they need to ensure that employers are getting highly qualified workers.
The one-stop career centers are located in North and South Fulton. For additional information on workforce development services, log on to their website. Now, here is an update on a story that we recently shared with you. As you may have heard by now, the West Nile virus is spreading across the country. According to the Centers for Disease Control, 43 states have reported West Nile virus infections in people, birds, or mosquitoes. In Fulton County, more than a half dozen sites have tested positive for the virus. Kevin Jones is the county's Environmental Health Services Director. Sir, welcome back.
Hello, Shania. I'm happy to be with you.
So we've mentioned that a number of sites in the county tested positive. Once they test positive, what happens from there?
Once we get a positive site, we take geographical information systems, and we take a half-mile radius around the positive site, and we deliver information concerning West Nile virus prevention to each and every house and business in that half-mile radius.
And Kevin, remind everybody the steps that you are reminding citizens to take.
We want citizens to make sure they look at their homes and look around to see if you have anything that's holding water, any containers, if your gutters are sloped properly, old tires on the property that might hold water, anything on your property that can hold water, it needs to be turned over or discarded. This goes a long way to help prevent the breeding of mosquitoes.
And Kevin, if people have to be outside during that time, what steps can they take?
We ask you to do one or two things. Either adjust your clothing by wearing long sleeves and long pants, or you can use some type of insect repellent. Make sure if you're using insect repellent, it's usually age appropriate. So make sure that you read the active ingredients to see if you can put that on a child under the age of 6.
All right, Kevin, thanks again for keeping us updated on the situation.
Shania, thank you for having me.
Now, there's much more information about the whereabouts of the sites that have tested positive in the county and the prevention tips on the county's website. You can also call the mosquito hotline. Well, the sheriff's office takes even more steps to protect the public's safety during an emergency. Thanks to an intergovernmental agreement, the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office will aid Fulton's Sheriff's Office in cases of law enforcement emergencies. That includes any type of public safety situation where additional resources are needed.
We can operate under the state mutual aid if there's a true emergency, but it always helps us in advance to be able to identify the partners we want to work with, the capabilities they have, the resources, and what we may need or what they may need from us.
Those resources include emergency equipment, weapons and ammunition, and transporting prisoners. The Sheriff's Office has similar agreements with the Georgia Department of Public Safety, MARTA, the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, the DEA, and several other agencies. Well, Comcast makes a big investment in the future of young people in Atlanta. The company launched its Internet Essentials program in Atlanta. County elected officials took part in the celebration. The program ensures that more Americans, particularly children, benefit from internet technology. The program has been operating in area boys and girls clubs for more than a year, and as a part of the celebration, Comcast pledged thousands of dollars to digital literacy in Metro Atlanta.
And it's all part of our commitment to advance the cause of digital literacy, advance the cause of broadband adoption, make sure our kids have equal access to educational opportunity, ultimately to make sure that they're trained and ready for 21st century jobs and to be productive members of society.
A member of a local boys and girls club was also recognized for taking honors at this year's America's Digital Arts Festival. Fulton County's cable franchise agreement is currently with Comcast Cable. And when we come back, Classic Soul is coming to South Fulton. We'll tell you all about it in our district by district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Fulton commissioners passed a measure to encourage a new dog program at the county jail, and North Fulton High School students are recognized for their outstanding achievement. Here's this week's District by District coverage.
We begin in District 2. Commissioner Rob Pitts leads the charge to potentially start a jail dog program at the Fulton County Jail. If approved by the Fulton County Sheriff, inmates will be paired with dogs from Fulton County Animal Services. They will be responsible for grooming and training the animals.
These are animals, dogs that would be or would have been or are going to be or in the process of being euthanized. That means killed. So obviously it's a benefit to those dogs that have been identified to be killed. The inmates benefit by learning control and self-respect and love and kindness.
The Gwinnett County Jail has a similar program already in place. According to county officials, the jail dog program is expected to reduce the recidivism rate by giving inmates a new skill before they are released. They will also learn responsibility and teamwork. District 3 Commissioner Liz Hausman applauds the Roswell High School JROTC academic team for a job well done. The team placed 4th in the country at the National Army JROTC Academic Bowl Championship in Washington, D.C.
We'd like to recognize that wonderful achievement with a proclamation honoring them. This is a great program throughout Fulton County, but today we're focusing on the efforts of the Roswell group.
As far as any recognition I got, I say time and time again, my boss thinks I do a great job, but kids do everything. They literally do everything. I'm the laziest teacher in the school. I come, open the classroom, go home at the end of the day, the kids run the class, teach the class, they do everything. But thank you very much.
During the competition, the cadets were tested on their knowledge of history, literature, and language studies, mathematics, and science. The Fulton County Board of Commissioners presented the group with a proclamation at the August 15th board meeting. District 5 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell updates her constituents on the Fulton County Aviation Cultural Community Center. The community viewed the final designs and artwork for the center during the public meeting.
We've made good progress since the last community meeting. It's been a couple of months. We are poised to finish the design package here in a few weeks, right after Labor Day.
The facility will include history and culture surrounding the aviation community. Visitors will have the opportunity to learn about aviation careers and Black Americans in this particular profession. This is the 3rd and final community meeting about the Cultural Center. The groundbreaking for the center is expected to take place at the end of this year. Finally, in District 7, music lovers prepare for an evening of classic soul. The Wolf Creek Amphitheater will play host to some musical icons on September 15th. Music artists like The Whispers, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and the New Stylistics are a part of the lineup.
We're excited about Wolf Creek. We're excited about the classic soul that's coming. Others are coming. We're having a great time at Wolf Creek. Please come out and enjoy yourself. It's one of the most fantastic venues in this county.
The Wolf Creek Amphitheater has become the premier concert venue in South Fulton. People attending the Classic Soul concert can bring their own food and beverages. To find out more information about events at Wolf Creek, log on to www.wolfcreekamphitheater.com. With this week's District by District coverage, I'm J.F. Franklin.
Thank you very much. And still to come, taking a bite out of childhood obesity. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
Helping children steer clear of obesity is the focus of this week's Common Ground report. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn previews how the county plans to help kids eat right and exercise. Lynn?
Sonia, Fulton has a number of special fitness events planned to mark the observance of National Childhood Obesity Awareness Month in September. But keep in mind that all year long there are a number of programs and services aimed at getting kids healthy and helping them to stay that way.
With Georgia ranked second in the nation in the number of very overweight or obese children, the governor has called on health departments statewide to exert extra effort in September to get our kids physically fit. That program is called Georgia Shape.
We want Georgia to be known as the state that moves, and through Georgia Shape, we will make it happen. One child at a time, one step at a time, one healthy meal at a time.
To coincide with the state program, Fulton is holding exercise and nutrition programs for young people at several health centers. The schedule will be announced. Another initiative comes from the Health Promotion Division. It's Collaborate for Healthy Weight. Fulton was selected as one of 40 teams across the United States tasked with building an interfaith network to focus on health. Much of their work will be aimed at children. There is the Community Garden Initiative, in which groups of 5 or more people are being taught how to establish a community garden. And in collaboration with the Georgia Safe Kids Coalition, Health Promotion is working to establish walk-to-school programs in Fulton schools where there is an interest.
When we can get out and change the policies in school systems and make sure that they understand what the healthiness is all about in terms of fruits and vegetables, we want to make gardens, have kids working in gardens where they can actually see the produce growing. There are a lot of initiatives. We have trucks that we want to make sure are available to communities so that they can get healthy fruits and vegetables. We want to make a huge impact and get out to the communities and make sure that everyone knows how important it is to eat healthy.
In addition to increasing physical activity, these programs also target poor eating habits. Health officials say we have to educate several generations, youngsters and their parents, on the benefits of good nutrition.
And as always, you can call the Fulton County Health Services Department with any questions you might have. The number, 404-612-1211. At the Aldrich Health Center in downtown Atlanta, I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Now, to teach young people how to eat well, we had to first understand what they were eating and drinking now. This past spring, some students at a Fulton County high school were anonymously surveyed as a part of Fight for Fitness in Fulton. Well, the questions are from a Center for Disease Control and Prevention national program. They tell researchers how students' eating and exercise habits are related to their body weight or body mass index. Well, here's some of what we found out. 14% are overweight, 10% are obese, twice as many boys were obese as girls. Most of the students, 74%, claim they engage in 4 or more days of vigorous exercise for at least 20 minutes. 60% consumed sugary beverages at least once a day. 45% consumed at least twice a day, and that included soda, sports drinks, tea, and lemonade.
So you can see more of TV time, video time, video games time, and more of computer sitting behind the desk and not getting out. 20 years back, the situation wasn't like this. It was more of recess, physical activity, soccer, playing. It was more of outside. Now it's become more of inside, adding to the unhealthy diet.
Officials stress the study is only representative of the students surveyed, but it helps draft programs more effectively. Health Promotion is working on Fight for Fitness in Fulton. Here's how to reach them to learn more. And while we're on the subject of healthy eating, let's remind restaurant owners about Serve Safe. Each month, the county trains restaurant owners and managers in the safe handling of food through the Serve Safe program. State law requires that all food establishments have a certified manager. Now, to become certified, they must pass a 2-hour national exam after taking the 8-hour Serve Safe course.
We give the class to prepare the individuals for the national exam, which they have 2 hours to take. We give the exam the same day now so that they don't have to take 2 days off from work to come back. We give the exam in hopes that they all pass because they'll become certified. And that is one of the requirements under the state food code, that you have owner or manager at least certified.
Serve Safe training courses are held each month on the last Tuesday of the month. To register, call 404-613-1303. On the second Wednesday of the month, Environmental Services holds free seminars to explain state and county regulations governing the food services industry. There's more information at fultoncountyga.gov. And when we come back, science fiction in living color. We'll take you there.
You're watching Fulton Today.
So, have you ever wondered just how your favorite superhero was created? The Fulton County Department of Arts and Culture hosts a convention to highlight the origin of popular arts at Southwest Arts Center. OnyxCon 4 shows the history and evolution of African American comic books and illustrations. Everything from comic books to graphic novels were available at the event. No one knows when the first comic book was created, but this form of art has built a huge following.
What OnyxCon is a part of is an entire collective or movement of artists and creators all over the world, and especially all over this nation, in what we call the Black Age of Comics movement. And the Black Age, for short, as we call it, was a coined phrase from an artist by the name of Tertel Onley from Chicago, Illinois. And he did the first convention like OnyxCon in 1993. He called it the Black Age of Comics Convention, which was a response to a huge upsurgence of many black creators and lots of independent creators in general.
I'm an author of 2 published novels. Asleep is book 1 in a trilogy, and Awake is book 2. Trilogy is about a young African American teen girl, and she doesn't know her boyfriend can fly. So it tells the story about how she discovers he can fly, and she's introduced to the secret world of super beings.
The annual celebration educates the public on different styles of art and their origins, as well as comic book creation, illustration, writing, and business development. To find out more, log on to fultonarts.org. Youngsters take a trip back in time by finding out just what it was like to live in the South. Grits, Greens, and Griots is a photographic exhibit of oral history based on seniors ages 90 and older that grew up in the South. The project was displayed at the Auburn Avenue Research Library. The purpose was to empower and educate the younger generation.
I find that people are just not interested in hearing stories of old people, but that the stories must be captured in a framework.
The exhibit allows seniors to share and document their memories from several years ago. To find out more about the events at the Auburn Avenue Research Library, log on to afpls.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV and friend us on Facebook. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.